Hello YouTube and welcome back. It's still Wednesday, September 7th. It's about 6:27 p.m. And as I predicted, my last video did get cut off due to my battery running dead. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. So anyway, I'm not entirely sure where that led off, and I do want to continue what I was talking about as far as the sound and what's going on with that over at the Union Jack, because I went to the Union Jack and things are even different from what they were yesterday. So I do want to update on that, but right now I kind of want to rant about something that's just at the top of my mind because it just happened to me again. And that is, why is it suddenly now so difficult for the people that work at fast food restaurants to hand people receipts? Why are they struggling with that? What the hell is going on with that? Why does this jackass in the Volkswagen think he's in a passing lane? All right. Yeah, so I just went to Taco Bell, and I got my usual. Got a handful of items off the dollar menu and a drink, and nothing special there. But I did notice when I pulled up, they had a big sign advertising, "Hey, get the Taco Bell app and earn points towards free items by entering your valid receipts." Okay, cool. I'm all for rewards programs for places that I actually patronize a lot. God knows I still do go to Taco Bell quite a bit. So, yeah, cool. So I started downloading the app, and I didn't sit and watch it download because it was downloading really slowly. And I don't know what the hell has happened with Cricket, but their 4G bandwidth has just been absolute shit lately. Like worse than I ever remember it being. In fact, things seem to be going slower on 4G now than they were on 3G, say, 5 years ago. Now, granted, files are bigger now, but still, like, I just never remember being annoyed by how slow things downloaded. They always seem to be pretty quick on my old Galaxy Indulge. And now, I'm on my iPhone, and it just downloading painfully slow. But I'm thinking to myself, whatever. I'm not ordering on the app. I'm just gonna put in a number for my receipt. So no big deal. I'll look at that, later. You can't get into a home without a certain amount of money. You almost have to be given. So you got to be helped out by a loved one. Give them my order.
The fear is true, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to do about it, but that's what's going on. That's what's in the news. Make a boy daily.
Wow, interesting that random radio DJ on the old school hip hop station is talking about cost of housing. That's not even news radio. That's just a music station. And he's talking about the same thing I was talking about earlier. And how the cost of housing is just so out of reach of normal people now. Oh, and playing sensual seduction. Yeah, I'm never going to hear sexual eruption on the radio. Love this song. It's like actually one of my favorite Snoop Dogg songs. Anyway, I was on a completely different subject before I overheard him mentioning housing costs. And now I get the sun in my face. Ouch. So, what was I talking about? My train of thought is, I knew it was going to get derailed. I was almost going to say that when I started this. My train of thought has not been very focused today. Brace yourself for one of those kind of vlogs. Oh, yeah. Taco Bell receipt. rewards program on the app. Whoa, shit. Traffic suddenly coming to a nearly screeching halt over... The fuck was that in the road? Wow. There was a whole lot of crap in the road. People damn near slam on their brakes to not hit it. Wow. The computer monitor sitting in my front seat just about went sailing because of it. Whew. All right, that shook me up a little bit. 7 days out of the week. Oh. So anyway, I was talking about Taco Bell and their reward program that suddenly struck me as a good idea to download the app for. And even if that wasn't a factor, even if I wasn't in the process of actively, all right, we had a fender bender right there, people were stopping for it. Even if I wasn't actively in the process of downloading the app for that, I would have still wanted my receipt for two reasons. One, all Taco Bell receipts, as well as almost all fast food receipts, has a thing where you can complete a survey on how good your service was, and it gives you a discount on the food. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. To be honest, I generally don't do the Taco Bell ones in the 3-day time window that I have to do it. But I know it's there. And every now and then I grab my receipt and kill a little time by filling out a survey. And I forget what I get for free on that one because it's been so long since I've redeemed one. But it's something that's there. So it seems like something that they should be making an effort to hand out. And the other reason, this is the more legit one, at this point, since I'm absolutely cash strapped, I'm pretty much, and I'm hearing Dave Ramsey screaming at me inside my head, but I'm pretty much living off credit cards right now. So not only am I doing everything on my Discover card, because I believe it has 5% cash back on restaurants, and Taco Bell still qualifies for that as a restaurant, but I'm kind of keep track of all my credit card receipts, so I actually have a record of like how much I'm spending that I'm going to owe on. So yeah, it would seem to me that most people that are paying with a card might want to make the effort to save receipts to do that. Am I that weird to actually keep track of that stuff? Anyway, I was kind of surprised. They had me, after he took my order, he asked me to pay at the first window. And it's been a long time since I went into a Taco Bell that had two windows that was actually using the first window. It seems like they don't ever use the second window anymore, but they were. So I paid him at the first window. He had apologized because I kind of did my order a little more odd. Normally I order my entrees first and then my drink. And in this instance, I had ordered my drink first. And then when he read back like what I had, he didn't include the drink. So I asked if he still had the drink on it. Anyway, when I pulled up to give him my credit card, he apologized for the drink thing. And I'm like, no problem. And then he quickly, as he was, and this is something I feel bad. I do feel fast food workers are kind of overworked, that they're trying to do, that they're not able to fully focus at the customer at the window because they're being forced to talk to somebody at the same time. Yeah, it seems to me like when you're dealing with a customer, you should, in the best interest of customer service, to 100% focus your attention on that customer that you're interacting with. Like, I understand, like, the companies are making him do that, but it does still kind of rub me as rude when I hand him my credit card and I'm talking to him, and then suddenly he's talking on his headset and, not giving his full attention to me as he's doing a financial transaction with me. Anyway, he's continuing to talk on his headset, and he's taking, somebody else's order, and then he hands me back my credit card and shuts the window. And I sat there for a bit, and I'm like, well, what about my receipt? But of course I couldn't ask him about my receipt because he shut the window and was having another conversation. And also shut the window. I couldn't even interrupt his conversation, which I wouldn't want to do because I find that kind of rude. But, even more rude than him just suddenly starting another conversation before he was done with me. But anyway, so I sat there for a little bit. waiting for him to open his window so I could be like, hey, dude, you forgot my receipt. But then I noticed that the car in front of me had pulled off, so I was like, well, maybe when they're running two windows, I get my receipt when I get my food. I mean, it would seem like the common sense time to hand me my receipt back would be when he's handing me my credit card back, because that's a transaction on that credit card. But he didn't, and didn't as much as ask if I wanted a receipt, because I can see, maybe trying to save paper if somebody doesn't want one. But I mean, it seems to me the default position would be to assume everybody wants one. And had he asked, I would have certainly said yes. So, especially since I'm trying to get these reward points towards free food items on the app, since that's a thing now. Anyway, so since the vehicle in front of me is gone, I'm like, well, maybe I'm supposed to get it at the second window. I wasn't really given any guidance on that by this guy who stopped mid-conversation to start taking somebody's order on the headset. So oh man, I wanted that exit, darn it. I'm on my way to my storage right now. I just get this stuff out of the car before 7 o'clock, and it's 6:38 now, so there's a bunch of gear in the car I don't really want to keep in the car. Oh, and that sun doesn't look very blinding on my screen, but it is blinding on my real eyes. Yikes. Yeah, I should have taken that left exit. Sometimes I forget there's no way to exit for 40th Street coming this direction. So very rarely I'm going to Pack and Store from this direction. Anyway, Taco Bell story. So I roll up, and the first thing I asked when I got to the second window was, am I supposed to get my receipt from you? And she was very, very courteous. She's like, oh no, I'm sorry. I'll go get it from the other cashier. I'll be right back. Which I'm sure slowed down her workflow. Which brings me to the question, why the hell are fast food cashiers not handing out receipts nowadays? Especially when they're advertising rewards programs that involves using a code that is on the receipt. What's up with that? If you work in fast food, or you know somebody who does work in fast food, please put it in the comments why fast food workers don't hand out receipts anymore. It's not just this Taco Bell. This is not an isolated occurrence. I live on a lot of fast food for two reasons. One, I just absolutely don't cook. Two, my kitchen is not very functional or accessible right now. I don't want to discuss it. Just trust me on this. And like, that's just kind of my budget and my schedule. So yeah, I largely live on fast food, and it seems like more often than not, I have to ask for my receipt. They'll hand me back my change, or they'll hand me back my credit card, and then go about whatever they're doing, which sometimes is talking on a headset, when it seems like they should be giving their full and complete attention to me while they're still completing a financial transaction with me. And then I end up having to sit there and be like, wait for them to finish up and be like, hey, can I get my receipt? Why am I having to ask my receipt? If anybody knows, please tell me, because it just seems ridiculous to me. Absolutely ridiculous to me. It seems like that should either come back with my change, or it should just simply be put in my bag. It shouldn't be something that I have to inspect my bag and then wait to get the fast food worker's attention to ask for it. Wow, I do not know what is going on with the traffic here, but I do not think this is normal. And now I'm kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't have went, because you're never really supposed to go into an intersection if it's not clear to come out the other side of it. Anyway, I'm back en route to U-Store. I really should have taken that last exit, so I could have... the way that intersection is laid out, you can't go forward to... it's an urban-style intersection, which doesn't have provisions for going straight. So it's impossible to go straight on the access road to get to 40th Street. I have to turn right or left at 40th Street, but it would have been a lot easier for me to turn left onto 44th Street and then taking 44th Street down to Van Buren and Van Buren straight across to my storage, rather than overshoot it by a half mile and stuck in whatever this traffic mess I'm in is. Actually, I think I'm going to turn left here and avoid this, whatever it is. Weird. Yeah, we got an arrow, dude. Let's go. And this is kind of neat. See the building directly in front of you all now, right there. It's on the right here. Oh, you're on the wrong side of the left of the double line, dude. Yeah, this is new apartments going in. Definitely curious what's up with this building.
Before we get out of here, happy birthday to Pink.
Something about the architecture and the location screams affordable housing to me, and not the traditional meaning of affordable housing, which is housing that is affordable, but affordable housing that has some kind of government meddling involved. Some kind of government meddling involved. There's different ways it could be done, whether it was through I don't know. I could go on that, and I'll probably end up getting it wrong. But it's something I've read a lot about. Anyway, it does scream government influenced affordable housing project. So basically projects. I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Kind of want to look into that. So I'm taking kind of a back route to my storage, and I don't think I've ever run my camera while driving down this road before. This is Indian Place that I'm on, which is an oddball street that occasionally exists on the south side of this canal and parallels the south side of the canal. Sorry, Indian Trail. It's not the street's on Indian Trail. And now I'm turning onto 36th Street, which comes out pretty much directly across from Packard Store. I actually could have turned right on 35th Street, and that would have put me a little bit closer, but with the traffic, sometimes it's a little easier to come out this way. That way I turn right, and then I can make a quick left into the parking lot. And I made it in time. It's 6:44, so I'll have time to unload my stuff. Food golf cart, neato.
It's 602-601-3208. 602-601-3208.
Are they close by?
Anyway, I was totally going to try to talk about what's going on with the audio over at the Union Jack, but I just had to get that thing with why I'm having so much of an issue getting receipts at fast food places. I just need to get that one off my chest. It's like one of those really minor annoyances, but it's just something that just keeps happening and happening and happening. It's becoming really, really annoying to me. Anyway, I appreciate y'all riding along with me. I'm going to sign off for now. I've got quite a bit of equipment to unload and not a lot of time to get it done in. I will be back with another one before the day is out, and hopefully I'll have my thoughts straight, and I'll be able to kind of finish off explaining what's going on with the audio at the Union Jack. But suffice it to say, I'm going to be fine. And if anything, I think I scored some extra points, not only yesterday but again today, with the owner of the bar, and with my ability to just kind of roll with the changes. So, yay me. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, and have a good day.